Hello, love. Welcome to Shamanic Heartspace. My name is Nancy. If you're new here, welcome. Make yourself at home. If you've been here before, you know what to expect. I'm going to tell you to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And the important thing about listening is to see what personal messages come through for you. I'm not here to tell anybody, predict anything. I just have the read on the energy for the new and full moons. That's when I tune in. I'm not an astrologer. And yeah, I try to give you a heads up about what you might expect. But of course, you're all individuals on your own path. So see what comes through, see what resonates. Today I'm going to be tuning in for the Pisces blue super full moon and it is as big as it sounds. The blue moon part, you've heard the saying once in a blue moon, because they are rare. On one hand it means 2 full moons in a month, which don't happen all that often, and on the other hand, lots of people believe that this means an extra dose of magic, an extra dose of possibilities and opportunities, bigger, opportunities for letting go, making space to call in the new. Whereas some people just say it's nothing, it's just a calendar thing. It's up to you where you want to sit with that. I'm just passing on the message. So get yourself nice and comfortable, whatever that means to you. I do recommend taking some notes as we go through. I mean, of course, you can pause and you can go back and you can re-listen. Just do recommend taking notes because this is channeled information, so it doesn't always come out in a linear fashion. And if you don't know already, I often yawn when I'm channeling. So I hope that doesn't make you yawn and fall asleep. But yeah, if you're looking to download some of your own messages as you listen, it can just be helpful to get into a really relaxed state. So that's what I do when I tune in for any of the work that I do. Try and get myself really nice and grounded and relaxed. And I do that by feeling into my body, feeling my feet on the ground or the surface where I'm sitting, and taking some nice deep breaths. Oh, then I can feel the channel start to come. Alright, so. Interesting. Okay, the first message that comes through is a question, maybe rhetorical, but what is this moon illuminating? So that tells me that this is about shining a light, a big super moon, blue moon light, onto our shadow, onto our unconscious. This is about the stuff that's really hidden within us. So it's a great time for shadow work. Also, it's tying in with the Mercury retrograde, laterally. The retrogrades give us a chance to sit with ourselves and sit in our stuff, to go into our own dark forest and discover what's lurking in there. It's going to be a hermit time for many people. You may want to take yourself away from other people, other outside places, so that you can process and kind of clean up a few things, tie up a few loose ends. Okay, so I want to keep this focused on the moon energy. Of course, I can't completely separate retrograde because it's happening at the same time, but it is on a separate episode. So, I mean, they're going to cross over at points. All right, so making way for a better version, a bigger vision to come through. So the energy that's at play is likely to make you feel more sensitive, and with that, the upside of that is more intuitive. Okay, so this could require quite a lot of contemplation, making space to do that contemplation, to be in silence, to see what wants to come through, rise to the top of your still waters. So calming everything down. Okay, so I'm getting the visual that there's a lot of high, spiky energy and tension around recently. So yeah, it's really time to consciously soothe your own immune system, your own body, calm the mind. As I always say, most of you know by now, I live out in the Amazon rainforest in Peru, and I don't have much connection with the outside world. When I do get internet connection, I put out podcasts and I work with clients online and I talk to my friends. I don't know what's going on in the rest of the world, but it's the energy that I'm feeling now, or the read that I'm getting now, is quite erratic. So yeah, please make sure you're taking care of yourself and not feeding into any fear. Okay, so the message I'm getting now. So there's a spotlight, a focus on obligations and responsibilities now. So this time, this moon is going to be really supportive in helping you get things in order, get your life in order. It's feeling pretty detail orientated, actually. I keep on time traveling, I guess. The channeling I'm doing is wanting to push me ahead to the Virgo new moon. So just bear with me if I go quiet, because I've got to pull myself back to now, because I want to do the reading for the Pisces full moon, please, before we move on. Okay, so at this time, over this moon, this could be a very strong pull, feel like a pull, polarity between being detail orientated and kind of versus your intuition. So this could feel a bit confusing. What's being asked of you here is to find the middle ground and being comfortable with not having all of the facts, so to speak. So some people are okay with that. But this is about leaning into trust, learning to trust yourself, learning to trust the process, whatever's going on. That feels quite Pisces. Very dreamy, very intuitive. Really good time to pay attention to your dreams over this moon. If you don't do that already, maybe start the dream journal. I'll go into that more on the bonus episode. So things are closing out, things are ending, things are changing. We're moving into a new cycle. So there's a call for being very conscious over this moon, focused. So that's just a reminder that wants to come through. I'm just going to give it to you exactly as it's given to me. So you live in the third dimension. You live on planet Earth. You are on planet Earth. This is where you live. You are here and now. I'm just asking for a bit more clarity on that. So there's a requirement for the need to be embodied right now. Get into the body. You can do this with certain types of breath work. You can do this with creativity, sensory exploration, dancing, yoga, connecting with nature, barefoot outside if that's possible for you. But this is really important. Whatever's going on, there seems to be confusion and I want to disconnect. Okay, but I'm here to tell you everything is right on track and everything is fine and is going to be fine. No matter what it looks like, no matter what everybody else is panicking about or fearing about, you don't have to get drawn into that, okay? Okay, so there are some loose ends to be tied up and a requirement for independence. Yeah, so this isn't, so separation's a myth, but also if we're looking for validation or somebody to pick up the pieces or anything like that, that's going to be eked out over this time. It's kind of like a shakedown, shaking out any victimhood, any this is happening to me attitude, which can be really subtle and really sneaky. You might not even realize that you're doing it. Shaking out anything that you've tried to ignore as well, or simply forgotten, or quick message coming in from the left hand side. Be very mindful of how you're speaking to yourself, and the words that you use. You're creating your reality and how you feel about yourself. So for example, something that I say far too much is I'm too tired or I'm too hot. And hey, guess what? That means I'm attracting more tiredness and more hotness. And I haven't got time for that. So yeah, whatever you are repeating to yourself, maybe change that up a bit, maybe speaking more kindly to yourself. And yeah, there may be some things that you'd forgotten about, buried, you didn't want to look at. They could potentially come up over this moon and even into the retrograde, which carries on into mid-September. All right, so depending on where you are in your journey, in your life, this energy, for want of a better word, could leave you feeling a bit flat, a bit lonely, a bit like, I don't know how to move forward, I'm stuck. So the message that's coming here is this is an opportunity now to sit and sort through some of that old stuff. Yeah, what did you miss? What still was not resolved? What baggage did you carry with you into your present that could have stayed in the past? Okay, so yeah, a little bit meticulous actually on that front. I'm really feeling Virgo. Maybe it's because I am one, but it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, what are you getting? What's the message that's coming through for you? Because usually Pisces would feel very watery, very up in the clouds, very lost. Maybe it's kind of being eclipsed a bit by the Mercury energy that is upcoming. Anyway. Oh, here we go. All right. Intuition and dreams. Very strong at this time. Consciously finding a way. It's going to naturally happen that you're going to want to drift into, the higher realms. So this is why it's important to stay embodied. Okay. So this can really help you to connect with that kind of higher energy. So yeah, you're doing two things, or you're being invited to do two things. That's the whole point. That's why this is happening. You've kind of got no choice but to lean into trust and the next level of your evolution, but embody it in the groundedness of being here in the 3D. I hope that I've done a good job explaining that. We're going to do a big clearing in the full moon ceremony on the 31st on Patreon. So if you want to join us, head on over there. You can get a free trial if you want to join now. You can even get a discount on annual membership as well, I think. So you've got nothing to lose, really. Come and join us, especially if you really want to make the most of these current energies. Yes, this is a big clearing, big opportunity to revive, reinvent yourself even, birth yourself as you want to be. Yeah, reinvention is a big one, giving yourself a whole new vibe and the look that comes with it. Excellent. All right, so by mid to late September, you could be really ready and like firing up on all cylinders, like really fired up and activated on every level to just jump into whatever it is that you want to attract. I'm a bit reluctant to use the word manifest these days, but you are a co-creator. So yeah, maybe there's something you're getting ready for now to birth and to be and to embody. And so hopefully by mid to late September, you will have cleared out all of this energetic stuff that's ready to go and lent into your highest connection, vibration, and therefore you'll be ready to own it all. Very cool. So yeah, just laying the foundations now over the next few weeks. So it might get uncomfortable, but it will be worth it. Coming out lighter and free is the only word I can put to this. Like feeling, yeah, free, light, energized, a self-validating being. So not seeking or needing any external lip service or anything, because you have your vision, you have your gifts, you have your unique soul signature, vibration, essence, and you're ready to live it. Yeah, okay, so if you feel stuck at all, get some help. I'm available. Many people are available. We've got an offer on 4 sessions at the moment that's going to be closing on September the 3rd. But yeah, check out the show notes if you're interested in that. Okay, just trying to see this. I'm seeing a huge body of water. It's dark. Okay, this is the point to go deep, is the message. So not knowing what is in the depths of that lake at midnight, but you're going to dive in. Mermaids again, seeing them, no surprise really, as this is Pisces moon energy. Yeah, so mermaids using the voice. The voice can be amazing for self-soothing, singing, humming, communicating, making yourself feel safe, others feel safe. Yeah, the voice is a bridge between what is out there and what is here. It's a tool for creating, for manifesting. Okay. And mermaids as well are a lot about enjoying life, being playful, using your gifts. There is a shadow side too, but that's not what's being highlighted here, okay? Okay. Alright, so please stop gaslighting yourself. This is a message about intuition, so there are no coincidences. Okay, very, very forceful question. What's it going to take for you to believe in yourself, specifically your gifts, your intuition, that you're on point? Yes, to put it this way, if I said start using those gifts that you have or you're unsure about, or they're going to be removed, how do you feel about that? Would you rather have them removed, or would you rather get your skates on and start using them? No judgment, just how do you feel about that? Does that make you want to get up and start using what God gave you? Yeah, still getting that message from the ether that a lot of stuckness, people feeling stuck. So please move the body, use the voice, get help if you need to, journal, get into your own spaces, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? There's getting the feeling of like elastic pulling too tight. This feels like an inner struggle, so possibly feeling very vulnerable, even confused, actually, disheartened, depressed, flat. That's okay. Look, it means you're paying attention. So the self-soothing, the relaxing, the breathing. You're not lost, honey bunny. There's lots of deliberate confusion going on, designed to confuse you. And then on top of that, you're very sensitive. And maybe you just don't get what is going on. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe you don't know what to do. If you need to withdraw, withdraw. Spend time and energy with people and in places that feed your soul, where you can relax a little and unravel and fall apart. That may just be with yourself, but whatever it takes to rise above the noise and the inner conflict as well, okay? Jumping back again into like grounding yourself whilst dreaming your best life. So thinking of a huge tree now, or seeing a huge tree now with roots very deep into the ground, thick, strong body, trunk on that tree, and branches that reach all the way up to God, source, infinity, all the inspiration up there. And that's you, that's all of us, a channel for bringing all of that divinity to earth. Yeah. So getting the message here that the mind is really overactive right now. The noise is too loud, and again, desire to withdraw, feeling tired. So, this is a requirement for self-care and paying attention to your body, to your health. Right, there's a lot more that's going to come through here. I'm just going to take this last message and then I'm going to take it over to the bonus episode. So hopefully see you over there. But this last message is about if your buttons are getting pushed, just don't waste your energy on that. You focus on being calm, being well, tie up those loose ends, make those appointments that you need to, make those calls, clean up in every way that you need to. Physically clean your space, clean yourself, clean the floors, wipe down the shelves, do the dusting, metaphorically and literally. And this is about being okay with the void, the openness of not knowing what is next. The void is amazing. The void is where all of the stuff is created. Yeah, it's really beautiful. So be okay with it. Not trying to control all the time. Be open, be gentle, be honest. And just releasing the old, and that can really look like crying, screaming, running around. Having those conversations, as I said already, tying up those loose ends, being okay with the not knowing. That's what's wanted from you, because then you're not blocking your blessings by trying to, manifest a particular outcome. You're bringing your higher self home now. And that's how we spread our lights, and that is why we're here, with your own unique soul signature. Okay, my love. Gracias mucho. Thank you so much. As I said, jump on Patreon for free if you want to come to this moon ceremony coming up. I've also got subscriptions on Spotify too, where you can catch bonus episodes. If you want personalised help, book a session. Come to Peru in October. The next diet after October probably won't be till May 2024. That's filling up too, actually. So, if you're interested in coming to the jungle next year to work with ayahuasca, book a free call with me and reserve your space before they're all gone. All the details are in the show notes. But just one last thing, and I hope that you found this episode helpful. And if you did, maybe consider sharing it with somebody else. It'd be great to see you as a subscriber on Spotify or Patreon. But see what feels right for you. Your likes, your comments, your support just means so much to me. Thank you so much. And all those subscribers make it possible to do these free episodes. I know that's really appreciated by all the listeners. Yeah. So the next moon, as I mentioned, after Pisces, will be new moon in Virgo. So if you like this episode, make sure you are following and get your notifications so you don't miss it, because my episodes come out at random times because I never know when I'm going to have internet. And thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you a really pleasant, super blue full moon in Pisces. May all your dreams come true for your highest good and the highest good of all. And thanks again for being here and making my purpose fulfilled. Hope to speak to you soon. Lots of love from my heart to yours. I am Nancy and this is Shamanic Heartspace.